Anyway, next is some tech news here. So now we've been talking about, in previous live stream as well, regarding how electric vehicles has become more popular than ever due to the help of Teslas, with Elon Musk promoting the alternative transportation vehicle outside of typical fuel fossil burning engine and so forth, right? Like other companies, like whether it's Hyundai, General Motors, and so forth. Other companies are trying to get in the race as well. But one of the main advantages of the electric vehicles is the convenience of, not using fuel, right, as the means to travel from one destination to another. But one of its main issues is it's being able to recharge it quickly, similar to how you try to refuel your gas. Obviously, it takes hours. I think they brought it down in terms of minutes, but still, it's still nowhere compared to, let's say, if you go to a gas station, fill it up, takes only a few minutes, then you pay, then you go. But for electric vehicles, you still have to charge it or leave it for some time, and a company was able to find a way to address that problem, sort of. And I'm really excited if this can be implemented in the near future here, hopefully in our own lifetime. Anyway, a company is able to provide a wireless charging road for electric vehicles here, or battery electric powered vehicles here. So obviously, with the gaining popularity of electric vehicle is growing at an unprecedented rate, charging or recharging still takes a significantly more time compared to when you're charging your phone. Takes used to be takes hours, right? Now can take minutes with fast charging. And how can we translate that to a electric vehicle here? And a company here thought outside of the box, literally and figuratively. So an Israeli tech company named Electrion, I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly, has been developing and implementing an innovative solution for this problem here. So let's take a look here. Where is it? There you go. So if you can see here, so the electric mobility uses copper coils fitted under the asphalt, so I mean under the road, enabling electric vehicles to charge their batteries wirelessly while on the move. So this how come no one thought of this solution in the first place, right? Sounds so simple, but they're the first to be able to adopt this technology here. And obviously, the one of the advantage of this technology is the system needs vehicle mounted receivers to work. So meaning, if you have an existing vehicle, can this be mounted on traditional vehicle or as well as electric powered vehicles? I think if they can do that, I think that would be tremendous, and it can be adopted sooner rather than later here. And according to the company, as mentioned, obviously this feature has not yet been implemented in major car manufacturers here, and to think that it can be an easy and cost-effective way to add on existing and future electric vehicles as well. So obviously, the only issue regarding to this implementation is the inconvenience of repurposing a portion of the road with the removal and replacing of the coils as mentioned to be able to recharge the vehicles here. I think this could be implemented right away for public transportation. So you could just imagine buses, hopefully jeepneys, and even our MRT trains are using the same technology. So it would be easier and it would run silently, so it doesn't congest, makes too much noise on the road, and could be more economical in the long run, hopefully. Anyway, as mentioned, so Electrion, the company, is involved in multiple pilot programs so to test the feasibility and the reliability of this technology, and they were able to complete the deployment of the dynamic wireless charging system, that they call it, on a 1.65 kilometer public road in Gotland, Sweden. So the fully electric long-haul truck was the first vehicle to charge wirelessly by the Swedish smart road. Now, obviously, even though it's a small parcel of road, like this one. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, there you go. So this is the coil that I was talking about. And if you were to place it along a patch of road, I think it's a small compromise or inconvenience, so long as you can make it easier and find a better solution for recharging your vehicles on the road while driving, so you don't have to worry about the distance that you have to worry if you might run out of electricity along the way. So while you're charging at home, on the road, it's still charging, even though at a smaller pace. Obviously, it's not the same as charging it directly to a wall, but it's better than nothing, right? And you can extend the life of a battery here. So here's the truck I was talking about. So as mentioned, the 200-meter segment of the road, they tested it at various speeds, all the way to 60 kilometers per hour, 37 miles per hour, averaging a transfer rate of 70 kilowatts here. Now, obviously, they will also mention that snow and ice does not affect the charging capabilities here. Now, obviously, it only applies to certain regions, because in particular in our country, flood is one of the major issues that we have to take that into consideration. If it were to be submerged underwater, would it still work, or will it be a problematic issue in the long run? But the possibility has already been opened up for everyone here. So it's up to the car makers to adopt this, and obviously for governments to push this technology and be able to implement this, and so that every citizen can benefit from it. It's not just businesses, but as well as for individual citizens here. And as mentioned in the article, the technology's potential is limitless here. So the elimination of range anxiety and time-consuming conventional charging as one of the main issues can be addressed here. So electric vehicles more efficient, especially those intended for commercial use. So you could just imagine, in the future, driverless trucks moving on the highway. It's self-driving and it's self-powered. So you don't have to worry if it would run out of, run out of power, would it be stuck at the road, and so forth. Now, obviously, the technology has a long ways to go before that can be achieved, before we can see in our public roads here. But, if the automotive industry will be able to develop even smaller batteries, which in turn will lead to cheaper and more spacious vehicles, which in turn can lead to a more affordable vehicle, meaning everyone or anyone who's interested to shift from traditional, combustion engine can use or buy an electric vehicles here. I myself is looking forward, but the viability of being able to use electric vehicles here in our country, there are some issues, but I think it can be addressed in the long run with proper, proper people, or right people to do the job here.